Mm-hmm.
What do you think about that?
Again,
Because we
you mentioned that earlier,
exactly.
and I think it's admirable for somebody who's been out of school for a while. They say if you stop going to school, it's really difficult to go back again. And I know that because I'm one of them. Actually dropped out of high school because I got fed up with how they were teaching. I was in some kind of program called Second Chance in South Shore High School at the time, Brooklyn. And I remember standing up in front of the class, after like a few months of that year, and not in front of the class, but asking the teacher to leave the room, and she, of course, she would not. And I just simply said to the class, look, you guys are bullshitting the teacher, man. We're here for 2 months talking about how we're going to hand our homework in. Wake up. And I look at the teacher, you're stupid enough to let this go on. I'm here to learn. I ended up walking out of the class, okay? And I didn't graduate from high school that time. And I had my mother in the back of my head. She put a lot of money to get me out off the streets by sending me away to boarding school, which is also was important for me when you talk about education. And I found myself, okay, I went and took the test to get the high school diploma, failed it, had to wait a year at the time, and I passed it.
You did an evening class, or what did you do?
Well, I forgot how I studied for it, but it wasn't really too big of a thing. The test was like 5 hours or 6 hours long. And they had different subjects, and I plowed through it somehow, and I got that little piece of paper. So it was like a kid coming home with a bumblebee. Hey, Mom, look what I got. Okay? But then to go back again to college, what happened for me was I ran into a dancer from a club that I met when I was younger. So by then, about 22, and she's told me she was going to, what's it called? Kingsborough College. And that's what got me get back into college again, going back to school, me personally. It was kind of fun to do. I say it taught me, if anything at all, going to the university taught me what I call the paper chase. I think I told a colleague there earlier about the paper chase. This is what it teaches you to do, one thing, how to chase after papers.
But I think that's also an important trait to have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, again, if somebody has a dream that's connected to education, they should go out and get it. I also tell the kids, without the paper, you ain't getting the paper. What you mean? Money's paper, and that piece of paper is that you get with education's paper.